In today's video, I give you 14 signs that you're eating too much fat. Roll the titles.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Just a quick reminder as always that I'm now offering the SIBO organic acid stool tests and consult via my website. So if you have any health or digestive problems, then consider taking these tests, as they will provide a lot of very detailed information upon which you can start making informed decisions and then start getting your health back on track. And on that bombshell, to the video. Now, before I get into the 14 symptoms, I just want to heavily caveat this video and say that this is not a fat phobia video. If you want to consume a higher fat diet and that works for you, then great. And I certainly don't advocate a low fat diet. The symptoms that I am laying out in this video are simply signs that your body is struggling to digest fat correctly, and you may therefore want to do something about this. So let's jump into it. So number one is floating stools. So there can be many reasons for floating stools, such as very high amounts of gas that lowers the density of the stool, causing it to float. Aside from this, there are many stomach infections such as small intestinal bacterial overgrowth that can cause floating stools, as well as gastrointestinal disorders such as IBS. And on top of this, you can also have issues with insufficient fat digesting enzymes being released from your pancreas. Now, if you have floating stools in conjunction to lots of other digestive issues such as bloating and cramping, constipation, diarrhea or mucus in your stools, then you will want to get those issues checked out. If, however, you have no other digestive issues and you are simply getting a lot of stool that floats, then it can often be an indicator that your stool has a very high fat content and that the fat that you are consuming isn't being digested correctly. If this is the case, then you want to see if you have any fat malabsorption issues occurring, which could also be impacting on the digestion and assimilation of other nutrients. Number two is fat malabsorption issues, and if you are not producing sufficient bile and your dietary fat is not being broken down correctly, then you could potentially run into issues with fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E and K. If this is the case, then symptoms may include dry skin, depression, bone and muscle pains, as well as bruising that takes a while to go away. Number three is bloating and burping. If you regularly get in these symptoms and you know you don't have any stomach infections, then bloating and burping is typically a sign that your gallbladder is either not working correctly or it is not keeping up with breaking down the amount of fats that you are consuming. And in this situation, it will sit in the gut for longer periods of time, which will cause gas, bloating and also burping. So just to give you an idea, water will be released from the stomach within around 15 minutes or so. A high carb meal will sit in the stomach for about an hour, which is similar in duration to a high protein meal. A high fat meal, on the other hand, will normally take around 2 hours or so before being released into the small intestines. So if there are problems with stomach acidity and you are not producing enough bile to emulsify the fat, you can see how quickly you can start having issues with burping and bloating. Number four is pale coloured stools. So if you persistently have pale coloured stools or stools that look yellow in colour, then it may indicate the presence of undigested fat, which again can bring you back to the bile issues and also an insufficiency in pancreatic enzymes. Number five is fatty liver. So if you have the following symptoms, then it could be a sign that you are not digesting fat correctly because your liver isn't producing sufficient amounts of bile. So you could get stabbing or aching pains in the top right section of your tummy under your right rib cage. You could be extremely fatigued and tired, as well as experiencing unexpected weight loss. Number six is that you are struggling to lose weight. Now, I don't fully buy into the fat that you eat is the fat that you wear school of thought, but just like any macronutrient, then it has the potential of being stored as fat if you are consuming too much of it or your body isn't utilizing it correctly. So for example, if you are following a ketogenic diet and your body's own fat isn't being broken down into ketones because you are consuming very high amounts of fat and protein, well then clearly this could be an issue for you. So if you are struggling to lose weight, then this may be an area that you want to look into. Number seven is constipation. Now, constipation can be caused by lots of issues, but if you have constipation without any other digestive issues such as gas and bloating, then it could simply be a symptom that you are consuming too much fat. Bile lubricates your intestines, so if you are consuming too much fat and your gallbladder is not keeping up with that demand, then it can affect your gut motility, which is just simply the speed at which your food and feces is traveling through your intestines. Number 8 is gallstones. Now, people assume that vegans typically won't get gallbladder issues, which simply isn't the case. If you have insufficient amounts of bile salts and bile in conjunction to a very high fat diet, then it can leave you very susceptible to gallstone formation. Number 9 is shoulder pains. So if you're consuming a very high fat diet and your pancreatic enzymes and bile are not keeping pace, then you can experience pain in your right shoulder. This is because if you aren't producing enough bile, the gallbladder can become inflamed and enlarged. This enlargement can put pressure on the phrenic nerve, which is located on the right side of your body. Number 10 is gallbladder pain. So under your right rib cage is your gallbladder, and as already stated, this stores the bile that is produced in the liver. So if you have gallstones or you are simply not producing enough bile to meet the demand of the fat that you are consuming, then the gallbladder will become inflamed and you may experience sharp stabbing pains under your right rib cage. And if you experience this after high fat meals, then please reach out to your doctor. Number 11 is high cholesterol and also triglycerides. Now, in some people, even on a plant-based diet, they will have high cholesterol or triglycerides when they consume high amounts of fats and oils. So if you have a relatively clean plant-based diet, but your cholesterol numbers are through the roof, then you may want to investigate this connection. Number 12 is nausea. Again, coming back to the gallbladder and pancreatic enzymes, if you aren't digesting the fat in your diet correctly because you are simply consuming too much fat or your body can't cope, then you may routinely experience nausea after consuming high fat meals. Number 13 is having to wipe your backside multiple times. So there could be multiple causes for this, but if you have no other digestive issues and you eat a high fat diet, then this can cause your stools to become thicker and more sticky than normal. And finally, number 14 is nutritional deficiencies. So fat can obviously keep some people satiated for longer periods of time, and for some that is very good. But if you're consuming a high fat diet and your diet is restricted in other macro and micronutrients, and you aren't eating other foods rich in nutrients because your appetite is reduced, then you may struggle to get enough nutrients such as iron, iodine and potassium, for example. So that's the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and as always, remember to look after your body because it's the only place you have to live. And I'll see you next time.